This other text message here says, good morning and happy new week to you all in the studio. This is Song Cedric. I want to tell you this, our follower has been consistent.
Yeah, Song Cedric.
Yes,
I think that
he's been consistent, and I can't help but appreciate what he's doing. He says, I can't stop applauding you guys for the good job you do every day. Kudos to all the crew. If I had to pick one food for all 3 meals daily for a year, I would go with rice and beans. Okay. There is rice and beans over there.
Balanced diet. That's a balanced diet.
Yeah, and so he says, I choose it because it is nutritionally solid, flexible, easy to cook. Did he say easy to cook? Yeah, he said that, easy to cook and very light when it goes down to your stomach. You will never be bloated. Okay, really? Well, people are just different. Rice and beans, easy to cook, especially the beans. And sometimes you eat and you can't eat any other thing for the rest of the day. So, really, well, we are just different.
The one thing I like about that rice and beans of Cedric's choice is that it is very nutritious. It has protein. There's rice, which is starch. You have to blend the both together. Sometimes it has red oil.
And Natalie, the message is not done. Okay. He goes on to say, I also go for it because it is available everywhere. If you are in Boya, you can get it. You go to Douala, you will get it. Climb to the North region, you'll get it. Even when you travel out of Cameroon, you can find it in any other country and easily. Yeah. That's why I so love rice and beans, because of its availability. Have a nice day and stay blessed throughout the week. Thank you so much, Song Cedric, for your lovely contribution there. I now know your choice, rice and beans, which you say is easy to cook and very light when it goes down to your stomach. Thank you for contributing. And another text message so far here says, good morning to all of you in the studio. This is Portia. I just want to go with Kwakoko and Kanda. Yeah, the Kwakoko Bible and Kanda. I love it so much, especially when it is well done. Thank you for this topic. Wishing you all the best in the studio. Have a lovely day. Oh, Portia didn't tell us where she's writing from, but then her opinion counts. And she says Kwakoko and Kanda any day, anytime. Why not the whole year? If you could only eat one food for breakfast, one food for lunch, the same food for dinner for a whole year, what would it be? 670-74-30-34. That is the telephone number. At this juncture, I guess we should go for a break. Yeah, when we come back, we're introducing ourselves into the newsroom.
Yeah, Royal TV, morning dingy. Na new day we don't land. Na new day we don't land. Sunrise touching my window pane. Fresh new hope falling like rain. Yesterday's tears, I let them go. Today is calling, my heart says go.
Brand new day, brand new dream, player of mind, sharper vision, I breathe in faith, I walk in light. This morning feels so right.
Forget the stress of yesterday, no rewind, we move forward. New focus, new opportunity, open your eyes, see possibilities.
It's a brand new day, we rise again. New dreams alive in the morning sun. New focus, new ways, new opportunities. Start your day with morning dew. Brand new day,
no fear,
no delay.
Yesterday done past,
make we move today. One nation, one vibe, one heartbeat.
Wake up your world with morning beats. Mountains high, where dreams they climb reach sky. Limbesi they whisper peace, as the waves say hope never cease. Down to Tico, Muyuka flow, Mundemba sunshine make your spirit glow. Kumba, Ekondo, Titi strong, I'm fair, gonna sing this song.
Do all waking city on fire, unde shining, lifting him high, back for some crew, band understand, Gandere dancing across the line, Marua glow with morning grace, Creepy beach smile with ocean pace.
Today we get, make we use them well. No time for regrets, no time for stress, so well. C'est un nouveau jour, Une nouvelle chance, avance avec foi, avance avec confiance.
In 3 minutes, we will be diving into the newsroom. But before we go over to the newsroom, just a reminder that, yes, we are still going to have beauty and why not health on Morning Beats. I guess that will only come after the news on Morning Beats.
Definitely. Sonia, we cannot be without giving out the beauty to our viewers.
We need to have secrets, the do's and don'ts for this week.
Definitely.
Those things that will help us remain radiant, will remain beautiful as women.
Not only about our personal selves, but even about our environment. Those things we should do about our environment, those beauty and
that goes on to contribute to your beauty.
Yes.
Oh, okay. I can't wait to digest what you have in mind. But for now, we have a couple of minutes. I will say 2 minutes to our credit. I just want to use this opportunity to say good morning to you, Black Local Rezo. Your birthday came, your birthday left. I forgot. I'm only remembering your birthday today, and I'm using this moment on Royal Television to wish you the best. Gumba, happy birthday to you. It came some days ago, and it just kept my mind. I'm sorry about that, my dear friend. Wishing you the best of this new year. Of course, it's still a new year. It's still your birthday month. Know that I have you in mind, and I'm using this opportunity to celebrate you, saying that you will be better. Everything you do or touch will happen for the better in your life. To you, Black Local, happy belated birthday. All right, we're diving into the newsroom now, where we are supposed to gather more information. If you're not informed, you're deformed. Information is key. Information is power. It is information that will help you go about your day, about your week. Why not about your year? So this is the moment on Morning Beats. Let's go for that break. When we come back after the news, beauty and why not health will be yours only on Morning Beats.
The town of legendary hospitality, Boya, has taken on a colorful atmosphere with streets, public buildings, and major junctions decorated in the green, red, yellow colors of the national flag. At the Independence Square in Boya, rehearsals have reached an advanced stage as the various forces prepare for the Grand March Past. Personnel from the police, gendarmerie, customs, military, prison warders have all been engaged in intensified drills and parade rehearsals ahead of the national celebration. From the synchronized swinging of arms to the coordinated stamping of feet, the different security defense forces are demonstrating discipline and readiness for a big day. Schools, youth groups, political parties, and other associations are equally rehearsing to ensure a successful and colorful ceremony on May 20. National Unity Day commemorates the historic decision by Cameroon's first president, Amadou Ahidjo, to abolish the federal system of government in favor of a united republic, reinforcing national unity and integration. As the countdown continues, Boya remains fully mobilized to join the rest of the nation in celebrating the 54th edition of the National Unity Day in an atmosphere of patriotism, unity, and national parade.
The annual traditional launch of National Day activities across the country has kicked off in Barante, West Region of Cameroon, as part of the nationwide commemoration of May 20th. This took place during a solemn flag raising ceremony presided over by the Divisional Officer Fondé, Auguste Somba, at the esplanade of the Divisional Office.
Vous dire merci d'avoir pris toute la peine d'honorer le gouvernement de la République et l'ensemble de la nation à cette activité que nous sommes venus faire ce matin, que nous appelons lever de couleurs. Cette activité ne devrait pas seulement s'arrêter ici. Il faudrait que dans chaque service, tous les lundis, à 7h30, que les couleurs soient levées et que le vendredi, à 15h30, que ces couleurs soient également baissées. Je voudrais, une fois de plus, vous dire merci d'avoir pris votre temps de nous honorer aujourd'hui. Bonne fête.
On this occasion, a minute of civic education was also presented by the Divisional Delegate of Youth and Civic Education, Festus Tankwa, who focused on the promotion and protection of state properties as a driver for nation building.
Ce qui nous a amené ici ce matin, nous sommes là pour...
What brought us here today is to launch the activities to mark National Day celebration in Bangante. The military and civilians have assembled to raise the flag and sing national anthems. To celebrate the day, as well as other activities will follow suit. With regards to the theme, I expanded on a while ago. The state should put in place a conducive atmosphere for us to work with. The theme equally reveals that we have to protect state properties than to destroy them. So we have to protect it for the good of all the nation.
Chaque jour que nous travaillons, l'État met à notre disposition des matériels.
Meantime, the 54th edition of the National Day is commemorated on the theme National Unity, Backbone of Our Defense System, Bedrock of Cameroon's Development. The day celebrates national cohesion, cultural diversity, and patriotism. The staff and students of the Bari Catholic Bilingual College in the town of Baturi, East region of Cameroon, welcomes the military officials from the National Gendarmerie in Baturi recently for the donation of equipment to the institution. The donated items contains football, handballs and basketballs were presented by the military commander at Tanganafude on behalf of the Secretary General of the National Gendarmerie, Galaxy Toga. While handing over the donations, the company commander urged the students to maintain discipline and to make good use of the equipments.
Comme de coutume, nous avons toujours reçu des instructions de la part de notre hiérarchie, en l'occurrence M. le secrétaire d'État à la défense aérienne de la gendarmerie nationale et le commandant des régions et des légions de la gendarmerie de l'Est, de faire, n'est-ce pas, en sorte que, en communion armée et nation.
Present at the ceremony was a bishop of the Diocese of Baturi, Marceline Marie, who expressed his gratitude to the gendarmes for this gesture.
On behalf of the Minister in charge of Defense, they come to give us some gifts. So these young people, these young children are very grateful to him because we know that with this equipment, they can boost our energy to be always on the first top of the classification. So we thank the minister.
Sister Miriel Asana, head teacher of the Baturi Missionary Catholic College, expressed her gratitude for the donations as the school was indeed lacking balls and sound equipments. The students in turn thanked the Gendarmerie Company for their generous gesture that comes on the heels of the 54th edition of the National Day and promised to make good use of the gifts as well as work hard to achieve the best possible ranking in the regional and national competitions. This ceremony is part of the activities for Unity Week slated for May 20th, 2026, where the Gendarmerie Company will participate in this year's activities.
My major findings was that Cameroon is practicing a de facto moratorium and that the death penalty is still part of our law, and that though there is no international instrument that prohibits the application of the death penalty, but the death penalty can be interpreted as a violation to the right of life, right to life. And so we are calling on the state of Cameroon to abolish the death penalty. Central African Republic is here, just nearby. Let us abolish the death penalty. So we, Cameroon too, can do that. First issue is that Civilians are being tried in the military court, which goes against the fair trial that has been put in place by the International Covenant for Civil and Political Rights, Section 14. Civilians are tried in military court. You look at the 2014 terrorism law, it goes against the threshold of most serious crimes, which has been interpreted by the International Covenant on Civil and Political Rights to be intentional killing. But go to the 2014 terrorism law. It will tell you that even preparation for terrorism is a serious offense. You look in that law, you realize that anybody can become a terrorist and you will be tried before a military court. Convicted since 1997. But that doesn't mean that they cannot still convict. It's still part of our law. So we are calling on Cameroon to sign a full moratorium to say that we are not going to execute people in the death row.
Tomorrow, May 16, the world marks the International Day of Living Together in Peace under the theme Building Trust Through Dialogue, Inclusion and Reconciliation. The International Day of Living Together in Peace was first observed in 2018, pushes the idea further that peace isn't just the absence of war. It's a daily act of respect, forgiveness and shared work. The day is usually marked by peace symposium and dialogues to pass across messages of living with others happily. The day is coming at a time when calls for peace is being echoed in Cameroon's restive northwest, far north and southwest regions of Cameroon. Meanwhile, officials in the southwest region have called on peace actors like traditional rulers, religious leaders and youth groups to lead peace caravans in their various communities so as to foster the act of living in peace amongst their subjects. Living together in peace doesn't mean we agree on everything. It simply means we choose to listen before we shout, to share before we exclude, and to repair before we walk away. And Boya, Fako Division, peace lives in the markets, in the classrooms, and on the football fields, and equally in the neighbors. As Cameroon joins the rest of the world tomorrow, May 16, to commemorate the International Day of Living in Peace, persons have been called upon to show love and stay peacefully with one another.
Refresh Cameroon with Pastor Awili. See you tomorrow.
Excitement and expectation rise across Cameroon as believers prepare for an unforgettable moment and encounter with God. As they look forward to experiencing healing, breakthrough, restoration, and divine encounter during the Refresh Miracle service. Organizers of the event stated that preparations have been ongoing for weeks to ensure a successful and impactful program. Some attendees say the miracle service is expected to create revival, hope, and renewed faith for many individuals and families expecting a miracle from God.
Refresh Cameroon is well organized, everything is set, it's ready. So the hall is ready, chariot hotel, banquet hall, and all the ministers are ready. Pastor Amili is on our way coming. So everything is set for the event, and the volunteers are here. We are on our way to the airport to receive Pastor Amili Jekere, and tomorrow 10 a.m. she will be live at chariot. Okay, well, the expectations are that there is going to be massive deliverance. As I discussed with her, she said the Lord said there will be massive deliverance, healings, a lot of things will happen. Many people will be saved.
We are expecting many people to come around, or we are expecting the hall to be filled, because Refresh is a program where the supernatural becomes natural.
We're expecting to see the move of God, the hand of God. We want to see people healed. We want to see people come with expectation and, go back satisfied.
The upcoming miracle service is expected to feature intense worship, prayers, prophetic ministration, and messages of faith to encourage believers. As anticipation continues to build, many Cameroonians remain hopeful that the gathering will leave a life-lasting transformation to their communities and across the country.
Refresh Cameroon with Pastor Awili. See you tomorrow.
Mali's army reportedly carried out several strikes overnight Wednesday to Thursday on the town of Kidal in the desert region in the north of the country. It has been under the control of Tuareg rebels and their allies from the JNIM jihadist group since their large-scale coordinated attacks across the country in late April. Their rare alliance enabled a rapid campaign that saw several strategic military bases overrun across northern Mali. Residents have told journalists they heard at least 4 explosions in Kidal on Wednesday night, which caused material damage. One strike reportedly hit a house near a former market, destroying it, while another struck the governor's compound. A Malian army officer says the armed forces are targeting specific objectives and warned the strikes will be intensifying in the coming days. Witnesses say Kidal was unusually calm on Thursday morning with very little traffic on the roads. The strategic town served as an unofficial headquarters of the Tuareg Azawad Liberation Front coalition for more than a decade. It was captured by Mali's army in late 2003 with the help of Russian mercenaries. Members of South African opposition parties walked out of a question and answer session by President Cyril Ramaphosa, who is facing claims of misconduct by hiding from police and tax authorities, a 2020 break-in at one of his homes, and theft of large sums of foreign currency. Ramaphosa denies wrongdoing in the scandal, but Parliament is planning impeachment proceedings. The MK party raised the point of order, arguing that Parliament should not be continuing under this backdrop and demands Ramaphosa quits, which he says he will not do. The Constitutional Court last week said, according to Procedure, the 2022 independent report should have been referred to an impeachment committee for further investigation. Impeaching the leader of Africa's top economy will require the support of at least 2/3 of lawmakers in the 400-member parliament, according to the Constitution. The multi-party impeachment committee still needs to conduct an investigation before any move to hold an impeachment vote. No time frame was given for that in Monday's Parliament statement.
Match day 19 of the MTN Elite One Championship got underway on Thursday, with some exciting encounters already producing important results, with Stade Renard picking up all 3 points to strengthen their campaign as the race for points intensifies. Attention now shifts to the remaining fixtures of the weekend. In Bamenda, PWG of Bamenda will host Unisport of Hunkam at the Bamenda Proximity Stadium in a highly anticipated clash. In Yaoundé, Canon of Yaoundé will welcome Dinamo Football Club of Douala, while Colombe Sportif of Funja and Lobo will battle Panther Sportif of Inde in another key fixture. The Southwest flag bearers, Victoria United, will also be in action against Aigle Royal of the Mongo as they continue their push in the championship. Meanwhile, the MTN Elite 2 Championship enters match day 14 with equally exciting games on the schedule. In Pool B, second place Kumba City Football Club will host Bambutus of Buddha tomorrow at the GBI School Field in Kumba. With the season gradually approaching its decisive stage, clubs across both divisions will be aiming for vital victories as fans anticipate another thrilling weekend of Cameroonian football.
Welcome back from the newsroom. That's what the stories had to say. As we go about this new week, that's what we had over the weekend, or diving into the weekend. That was on Friday, and we are bringing it to you on Morning Beats. We did say information is power, and of course, slowly but surely, we are diving onto the next slot of the program. I told you guys that beauty/health would only come today after the newsroom, and our very own beautician, why not health expert, is super ready to tell us what what she has in store for us. Natalie, once again, good morning.
Good morning to you again.
Welcome back to Beauty
Thank
and
you
Health.
very much. Yes, I have left today in history, and I am wearing the jacket of a doctor. I have put on the white jacket today, and why not? I am with my stethoscope and the BP machine and temperature. But today, Nangasonia, we talk about a rare kind of health and beauty tip on Morning Beat, where we want to look at the benefits of having natural plants in the house. Sonia, we want to look at the benefits of having plants grow in the house. We talk of flowers, buckets in the house, natural ones, not the artificial ones. There are benefits of health benefits and equally beauty benefits it holds. First, natural indoor plants are very rich in so many things. But Nanga Sonia, before we want to talk about this, let us go on this short beauty break, and when we come back, we'll be delving into more what aspects on how plants help to decorate and why not beautify and enhance the house.
Oh, a break. You want your jingle, your beauty.
Let us go on a beauty break.
All right.
Let us introduce you to this very important information we bring to you.
Okay.
Welcome back, viewers of Royal TV, from that short beauty break where we introduced you to what we had. Like, before going on the break, we were talking about the importance of having natural plants or natural plants in your home as a beautifier and equally as a health enhancer. First, natural indoor plants boost our physical and psychological well-being by reducing stress hormones, filtering airborne toxins, and increasing ambient humidity in the house. Surrounding your space with greenery creates a calmer environment that improves your mood, enhances your cognitive function, and naturally supports healthy skin and the easier breathing. First, let us look at the key beauty and health aspects of having plants. They are natural stress releasers. If you have to have plants in your palace or in your room or in your comfort zones or in your space, they help for relieving us from stress. Interacting with and viewing indoor plants, viewers, is proven to lower the cortisol level, that is the stress hormones found in humans, and reduce blood pressure, and equally they help to transition your nervous system out to fight and flight mood. They are stress releasers. Just having a plant in your house and sighting it every day or walking towards it and glancing at it gives you a sound and succinct and serene stay. Also, they help to enhance air quality. Having natural plants growing in the parlor or in your space helps to enhance air quality. When we talk of enhancing air quality, viewers, through photosynthesis and transpirations that these plants used to grow, plants absorb carbon dioxide and release fresh oxygen into the air, giving the house an enhanced air quality. They equally additionally help for landmark and NASA research indicates that the common house plants and microorganisms in their soil can filter volatile organic and compounds and common airborne pollutants from your home. They are air enhancers. You do not need a humidifier at home if you probably have plants or natural plants growing in your space. They help for skin and respiratory health, viewers. When we talk of skin and respiratory health, plants naturally release moisture vapor into the air, which increases indoor humidity. This added moisture helps ease dry skin, reduces dry coughs, and prevents respiratory ailments associated with overduly dry environment. They help for skin and respiratory health. Having natural plants grow in your parlor, in your airspace, in your veranda, probably your balconies, helps to give you a respiratory and clean air. We want to look at the fact that they help for mood and cognitive support, dear viewers. When we talk of mood and cognitive support, plants, studies have proven that the presence of the greenie in plants to improve short-term memory, longer attention spans, and increase in serotonin, the happy neurotransmitter. Caring for a living plant also provides a sense of purpose and accomplishments, which helps combat depression. Having plants in your space, or in your parlor, in your room, in your balconies, probably sometimes in the kitchen, helps for mood and cognitive support. We have given you pertinent health and beauty tips on the importance of having plants, indoor plants that improve overall health and beauty. First, we talk of the fact that plants help for natural stress relievers. Having them in your space, in your parlor, and not just for decoration or for beauty, but they equally helps for natural stress release. They equally help to enhance the air quality where we inhale. They equally help for skin and respiratory health. They help for skin and respiratory health, and they equally help for mood and cognitive support. Plants help for mood and cognitive support, viewers of Royal TV, where we have told you that the presence of greenie substance in them improves short-term memory, and they equally have a longer attention spans. They help for longer attention spans, and an increase in serotonin, that is a happy neurotransmitter. Serotonin is a neuron in your body that helps for happiness, to produce happiness, and makes you feel joy and happy every time. And the equally caring for a living plant also provides a sense of purpose and accomplishment, which helps to combat depression. Just watching them grow every day, watering them, nurturing them, and seeing that they are in good health gives you a certain feel, a certain fulfillment within you that keeps you happy. And why not? Thank you, viewers of Royal TV. That is all we had for beauty and health, where we talk to you about the importance of having natural plants in your space, in your comfort, in your house, which are not just for beauty or to beautify the home, but they equally help to keep you healthy, keep you firm, and then keep you glowing, and why not keep you health-wise strong enough. Nanga
Yes.
Sonia, that is what we have.
Natalie
a rare kind of beauty for today's edition.
A beauty/health expert.
Yeah.
Thank you so much for all of that. Of course, plants are important in the house,
Very important.
but not every kind of plant is to be put
Definitely.
in the house. There are some that will want to, or they will affect your health while inside the house.
Yes.
Some will actually come to clean the air.
That is why we said there
Like
are particular
cactus and,
plants.
you
If
know,
you have to look at the video, we have particular plants. The ones that are not hazardous,
Yes,
the
of
ones that are not
course.
pungent,
Of course.
they have a soothing smell. I even prefer flowers more.
When you talk of pungent smells, there is this plant that growing up we used to see it as often as possible. They call it Queen of the Night.
Okay.
It was usually found in the front doors of
Yes.
almost everyone around town.
Because it has a good
and
smell.
it has a, yeah, I don't know if it's good for some people, but it has a strong
Offensive
smell.
which
Now,
produces
it's not
at
actually
night.
offensive. I don't know if I should say it's offensive, because some people, they loved it,
Yeah,
others
they
they didn't
don't.
like it. So it had that smell. You can't really take such a plant to maybe put inside your house. Tell you, if you put it inside the house, you won't sleep at night, because that smell will actually be everywhere. And you know.
Talking about smell, Nanga Sonia, it's funny, because there's a person that will say, I really love to smell the way that illicit force smell the fungi.
I mean,
yes.
it's
And
so
there's another person
irritating.
that will say, I don't want
Yes,
it.
it's
So
actually irritating, that fungi of a thing, especially when I get into a taxi.
Yeah, and the person is just from
and the
pumping.
driver, yes, it's just from pumping, or the driver tells us, oh, let's go for a break, please. I just want to get I feel die.
Right.
But then all of that must happen.
sweet.
All of that does happen. But then we, of course, will be strong. Okay, beautiful people of Royal Television, we've definitely come to the end of beauty/health slot and morning beat. Some 28 minutes past the hour, 8 o'clock, and we have someone special getting ready, adding the cock shoe, the heels to her look for the day.
The mattifying face.
I mean, lipstick on, powder on, shoes on check, and she's right there at the back. I won't tell you her name for now, but we will definitely go on a short break first. When we come back, we are joining who's coming next for a slot on Morning Beats. Let's go on that lovely break. We'll be back.
Yeah, Royal TV, morning dingy. Now you they wait on line. Now you they wait on line. Sunrise touching my window pane. Fresh new hope falling like rain. Yesterday's tears, I let them go. Today is calling, my heart says go.
Brand new day, brand new dream, clear of mind, sharper vision, I breathe in faith, I walk in light. This morning feels so right.
Forget the stress of yesterday, no rewind, we move forward. New focus, new opportunity, open your eyes, see possibility.
It's a brand new day, we rise again. New dreams alive in the morning sun. New focus, new ways, new opportunities. Start your day with morning dew. Brand new day,
no fear,
no delay.
Yesterday done
pass, make we move today. One nation, one vibe, one heartbeat.
Wake up your world with morning beats. Mountains high, where dreams they climb reach sky. Limbesi they whisper peace, as the waves say hope never cease. Down to Tico, Muyuka flow, Mundemba sunshine make your spirit glow. Kumba, Ekondo, Titi strong, Manfe, Ekona sing this song.
Do all waking city on fire, Unde shining, lifting in my back for some crew. Banning the stand, Gandere dancing across the line. Marua glow with morning grace, Clippy beach smile with ocean pace.
Today we get, make we use them well. No time for regrets, no time for stress, so well. C'est un nouveau jour, une nouvelle chance. Avance avec foi, avance avec confiance. If yesterday failed you, no worry at all. This morning I am home, stand up.
It's a brand new day, we rise again. Hey. New dreams alive in the morning sun. New focus, new ways, new opportunities. Start your day with more delay. Brand new day, no delay.
Yesterday
done pass, make we move today. One nation, one vibe, one heartbeat.
Wake up your world with morning beats. 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 From mountain to sea, one melody. Cameroon, they wake in harmony.
Turn it up, feel the heat. Good morning, world.
Morning beats.
Welcome back. We are still on to Morning Beat. Of course, we have a sweet question for you for the day. And we are asking, what is that one food you can take for breakfast, for lunch, and dinner for a whole year without being bothered, without any change? That's our question. Feel free to send us your contribution on 670-74-30-34. I did tell you we were having someone special. She was actually getting ready to tell us what the papers have in store for us on Morning Beat. Hi, Lay. Good morning.
Good morning.
Yes, Frida Lay Navoma. How are you?
It's me, the virtual.
Welcome to the start of a brand new week.
Welcome
to the start of a brand new week.
Assalamu alaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Wa alaikum salam.
This article is empty.
Yes.
Is it because I came late?
Maybe, I guess so. We've had a couple of others before you.
Okay.
It's newspaper review o'clock? Okay.
How was your weekend first?
Judging from my look, what do you think?
I don't know.
Oh.
Also my own?
I had
okay.
I had an outstanding weekend. I can't deny that I didn't have fun over the weekend. I really did enjoy myself. You know, when it's weekend and you feel like, okay, this is me, I'm a bit free, I have things to do, but not all, like your whole day is not just you working. I made sure to really enjoy my soirees.
Yeah. So when we see on Friday that hooray, solo weekend.
Actually, if I tell you,
hooray, solo travel. I was just coming to that, like, when the weekend was coming, that excitement was there to have sweet soirees.
And there's this thing I've noticed about the weekend. It comes early and just goes away without it. And like, I did not, the way I really needed to like, enjoy before I could like maybe leave my bed, it was already Monday, and I'm like, oh my God, I'm here again. Monday.
But then we need to come on board to serve our beautiful
people, because they are our royalties.
They are royalties.
That is why we are here.
All right, dear viewers of Royal Television, lovers of this channel, followers of Morning Beats, you're welcome to yet another edition of Newspaper Review. It is a slot within Morning Beats, and today we have a couple of papers we want to review for you. Remember, we are just coming from the weekend, and every Monday we have fresh papers, a lot of them, because many newspaper houses go to the press to publish. Let's start with the Post. The Post newspaper is a bi-weekly newspaper in Cameroon. And talking about the Post, ladies and gentlemen, CCTV cameras to police GC exams as educators vow to crush malpractice. And we have on the ear of the Post newspaper, issues at stake: today's terrorists as tomorrow's national heroes, and the woman at the center of Africa's AI awakening. Meet Caroline von Kamga, and Ganu knocks out Leans in MA comeback. We also have Bamenda Urban Crossing hit 31% as officials warn against river waste dumping. We also have Cameroon Standard Chartered Bank signed 130.4 billion deal for Ebolowa Akom to Kribi Road construction. And we have 123 schools remain shut in Northwest or in Southwest as Anglophone crisis enters 10th year. 123 schools remain shut in Southwest as Anglophone crisis enters 10th year. That is the Post for us this morning. Let's go over to the next newspaper. This is the Dawn. Let's get the Dawn newspaper. Our next paper we want to review on the slot, Morning Beat today. Main headline on the Dawn: 54th National Day, Kumba residents stage unity walk for peace. And on the ear of the Dawn, we have Barrister Edward Lionga Ewule pushes for abolition of the death penalty in PhD defense. And we have again, still in the pages of the Dawn newspaper, Cameroon makes historic sprint double at African Athletics Championship in Accra. We have mixed martial arts, Predator Nganu. Okay, the next paper we have is the Herald, but before the Herald, let's remind ourselves that to protect local farmers, Cameroon suspends maize importation. And that is it for the Dawn. The Herald newspaper is our next paper we are reviewing this morning. Main headline: National Day, West Governor drums synergy to preserve peace. And we have on the ear of the Herald newspaper, Predator Nganu praise on Brazilian leans. And we also have, ahead of National Day, peace advocate Tumfor Nico Hale warns of deepening fractures. And Sanaga Maritime, 17 persons rescued from suspected traffickers in Dibombari. 17 persons rescued from suspected traffickers in Dibombari. And we have iconic bottle dance artist Rick Nguti begins journey home. Bangante, nation gives befitting farewell to former Senate president. Over to the Scoop. The Scoop newspaper, another paper we are reviewing this morning. Main headline on the Scoop newspaper, it says reconstruction of Burns School. Ekombembonji Kwata Council cries out to government for help. And on the ear of the Scoop, we have Kumba, new commander of 21st Support Military Battalion, takes command. And we also have Mokonje Credit Union GM urges single mothers to engage in menial jobs for growth. Very important. Let's have Cameroon Echoes on the screen. The next paper we want to review after the Scoop is Cameroon Echoes. Cameroon Echoes main headline: Palm oil plantations GM Bile Tapea speaks out on some measures. First measures taken to complete payment of workers' salary. Unveils plans to refurbish close to 60-year-old mills to ease production. Presents investment plan. Rehabilitation, equipment of hospitals and more, and to build new design of workers' houses. That is what Pamor Plantations GM Bile Tapea is talking about. We have human rights lawyer Ewule Lionga backs PhD, advocates abolition of death penalty. On the ear of Cameroon Echoes, we have Kumba, unity work solidifies peace, living togetherness, and much more. All of these, you get them in the pages of Cameroon Echoes. Grab a copy, savor the story, then you get yourself informed. We go over to the Guardian Post. The Guardian Post is one of Cameroon's daily newspaper. Main headline on the Guardian Post: keeping promise to women youth in current mandate. Biya approves 6.59 billion francs CFA for Ntui Vocational Training Center. And on the ear of the Guardian Post, Nganu marks MMA return with Delhi first round knockout. Nganu marks MMA return with Delhi first round knockout win. And in PhD thesis defense, Barrister Ewule Lionga advocates abolition of death penalty in Cameroon. And still in the pages of the Guardian Post, presidential majority leader backs Biya. Don't appoint vice president who will aggravate Cameroon's problem. Don't appoint vice presidents who will aggravate Cameroon's problem. And this is presidential majority leader who begs Biya not to appoint vice president who will aggravate Cameroon's problem. And that is what the Guardian Post had for us this morning. Let's have the Advocate. For us, by us, that is a slogan of the Advocate newspaper. Mevio Village Land, Limbe 1 subdivision, illegal buyers on bended knees. Mevio Village Land, Mevio Village Land, Limbe 1 subdivision, illegal buyers on bended knees. Fate of buyers in balance pending verdict of traditional council. Meeting with chief victims holds dispute disruptive attempts, or holds despite disruptive attempts, So if you want to know more about this, please get a copy of the Advocate newspaper. And we also have in the pages of the Advocate newspaper, Boya Bishop, Justice and Peace Commission urged bike riders to build community peace, and legal notice of Romi's simplified public limited companies incorporation inside. And we have education stakeholders pledged to uphold examination sanity. The last paper we want to review is Health News. Health News is a production in Cameroon, English daily health news paper produced here in Cameroon, and it has a main story: public health delegates. Who are the 4 managers chosen by Manauda Malachi? Who are the 4 health delegates chosen by Manauda Malachi? And health security. Cameroon strengthens preparedness against possible hantavirus threat. Cameroon strengthens preparedness against possible hantavirus threat. And we have Southwest region, when health reaches forgotten children. All of these stories are in the pages of health news. Yes, these stories are in the pages of health news. So what I used to tell beautiful viewers, listeners, and much more is that all of these headlines we give you the lead stories. You want to know more? You visit a kiosk.
Get yourself a copy. 400 francs only.
Yes, I was about saying the cost of it.
Yes, of course.
Keeping your archives for posterity.
It actually shows from the papers we had today that the weekend was so deep. The weekend was charged.
I used to say the weekend was pregnant.
Very, very well pregnant. And of course, Frida, you talked about the Post. Yes. The very first paper you talked about was the fact that CCTV cameras now about to be I just want to let me read it the way it's written. Let me get there. I'll be there. I'll be back in a minute. But then when I saw that I'm like, really? Wow. CCTV cameras, like, well, I can't find it, but then you said that. Yes. And I'm asking, I just had a random thought when I saw that as headline. Who are those who will be at the control room, and for how many centers, for how many classrooms will cameras be installed, and how do they want to follow that up? Exactly. I know what I'm saying. We've seen even if we take you over to sports where we see VAR failures.
Yes.
I mean,
and Morocco now is putting chest
you know, we see VAR failures. Imagine us in our country having CCTV cameras. For instance, in a center you have they are using about more than 10 classrooms. How do they control all of that camera? Or they'll start reviewing. Will it be? Yeah, those
for
things.
all the centers in Cameroon.
Exactly.
Question mark.
How will they do it?
We'll follow that up to the latter. That's why we are.
I really want to know more about how they intend doing that, the effectiveness of it.
And I'm tempted to like go back to when in Boya there was this street light. If all of this is actually happening, is it that as the years go on, children now cheat, like too many examination malpractice, more than what we used to have? I don't understand what is happening. It's happening. Frida, we used to go to schools and we didn't have textbooks. Yes,
we made it. The children of now go to school with lunch bag, like they have some big school bag, lunch bag, and extra money. I see children leaving school and they are able to get soya and they'll collect change for themselves. They buy ice cream with no hustle, no stress, and I'm like, why do they have all this comfort? And then we are still hearing the fact that malpractices have increased in schools.
It's a good story for investigation.
Yes, of course. We'll work on that, definitely. All right, we now bring you back to our sweet question.
I like it.
Oh, you heard it already, right?
I like
our sweet question for the day. And of course, the question says that, what is that thing, that food you can take for lunch, for breakfast, for lunch and dinner? What if, or if you could only eat one food, let me put it the way it is. If you could only eat one food for breakfast, for lunch and dinner for a year, what would it be?
It would be my lunch.
Yeah, but what kind of food?
What kind of food?
Yeah, the food.
All right. The thing is, if I want to eat lunch, but just that the nature of the way things are now, we don't really get to eat the way we should eat in order to have the balanced diet. But for persons who've traveled around, who've gone to places, you know that when you want to eat, like want to take your lunch, it has the starter, it has the main lunch, it has the dessert and much more.
That notwithstanding,
if you sit at table and you have all of that, believe me, you take just lunch and you're good for the day.
That notwithstanding, I bring you back to the question. If you could only eat one food
a day
for breakfast, food, like for instance, I said fufu and eru. Some Cedric said rice and beans. Natalie said kati. If you give her that for breakfast, she'll eat lunch, she'll eat dinner, she'll still eat it for a year. Yeah, without getting tired. Yeah, not the fact that you go for your starter or your juice or your baobab.
What is that food?
Check it.
Nangtare, porridge cocoyam.
Okay.
Like the one that you do when you break open like that, you see.
There's oil.
Oh,
it's okay. Now you're reminiscing. It's okay. It's very, very okay.
Oh my God! Thank you so much.
Thank you so much.
Yeah, I'm salivating.
It's a Monday, and is it? Are you actually trying to tell me that you'll go home after now and do something about it?
No. I didn't plan to cook it.
But maybe just by salivating and reminiscing, you could go get yourself.
Before the week runs out.
Okay, you'll do it. Nantari with vegetables. And obstacles. Maybe bushmeat or fish or all two or both.
Stop it. Have a lovely day, Madam.
Thank you so much, Madam Fridalina. Wishing you the best of today. Why not the best of this week? Beautiful people of Royal Television, some 45 minutes past 8 o'clock, 15 minutes more, and it's going to be a done deal here from the studio. But for now, another break for you. We have a couple of text messages which we promised to read out again at the end. But then we need to dive into the world of sports. It was a charged weekend, a busy weekend, and Gunyi Sonita is already around. She's pending, so I need to have her on set. Let's hear what happened in the world of sports. That break will be yours now. When we come back, Sports O'Clock.
Yeah, Royal TV, morning baby. Na new day we don't lie. Na new day we don't lie. Sunrise touching my window pane. Fresh new hope falling like rain. Yesterday's tears, I let them go. Today is calling, my heart says go.
Brand new day, brand new dream, play right.
yesterday, no rewind, we move forward. New focus, new opportunity. Open your eyes, see possibilities.
It's a brand new day, we rise again. New dreams alive in the morning sun. New focus, new ways, new opportunities. Start your day with morning dew. Brand new day,
no fear,
no delay.
Yesterday done past,
make we move today. One nation, one vibe, one heartbeat.
Wake up your world with morning beats. Mountains high, where dreams they climb reach sky. Limbesi they whisper peace as the waves say.
You're welcome back. Of course, slowly but surely we get in there. Ngunyi Sonita is in the building for Sports Jamboree. I am very much aware that it was a charged weekend. I stood somewhere around my quarter and all I could hear was, whoa, ahead of Memo, the weekend was so tight. Welcome and good morning, Sonita.
Good morning to you, Sonia, and Nicole. Good morning to all the televiewers.
I'm glad to have you on Morning Beats today.
It's a pleasure to be here on set with you.
I got so interested and carried away with the noise, your mic. I got very carried away with your noise or the noise that happened over the weekend. And I was like, how, like, I was asking, did it conclude or did it end at 3-2? Like, did actually Man United, they did win the match? I saw that they were playing Nottingham Forest, right?
Yes, we were playing Nottingham Forest, and this particular game was so interesting for the Manchester United, who have equally clinched the ticket.
All right, we will be joining you in a bit, Sonita. Let's go on a break. When we come back, sports continues on Morning Beat.
Never cease, down to Tico, Muyuka flow, Mundemba sunshine, make your spirit glow. Kumba, Ekondo, Titi strong, I'm fair, gonna sing this song.
Do I waking city on fire, unde shine, lifting in my back for some crew, banding the stand, and they're dancing across the line. Marua glow with morning grace, creepy beach smile with ocean pace. 80 river, life so sweet, everywhere they move with the beat.
Now today we get, make we use them well. No time for regrets, no time for stress, so well. C'est un nouveau jour, une nouvelle chance. Avance avec foi, avance avec confiance. If yesterday failed you, no worry at all. This morning I am moment, stand up.
It's a brand new day, we rise again. Hey. New dreams alive in the morning sun. New focus, new ways, new opportunities.
Got so carried away over the weekend, and when I was hearing the shouts, the holla, I'm like, what's going on? They said, no, it's Manchester United versus Nottingham Forest, and it was a 3-2 game.
Is that the Bayern Bremen scored. So
I mean, and then they were like, oh no, all the goals he contributed massively to all goals that were scored, the 3 goals, but then he scored a goal, and then he at one point, I think it was the second goal, when that happened, they were not even talking about who scored the goal. They were saying that Brian Bemo actually scored because he was the one who gave the assist so well that, I mean, they forgot that he wasn't the one who scored that goal. You know, I watched, I had to stand for a bit just to follow up what's happening, so that when it's 4 o'clock today, like now, I'll also have something to say. I told you I'm learning, right?
Which is very important.
Yes.
You know, which is very important. I mean, you know that wherever you have Cameroonians playing, even if it's a Cameroonian in Arsenal, Manchester United, Real Madrid, you always find Cameroonians wanting to see how this particular player is going to deliver. So yesterday was a case of Bayern Bremen, whom since January 2025, 25th of January, he has not scored. So you can imagine how people were hungry to
everybody
see
was so excited.
Bayern to perform.
And there's something I noticed. Each time he has a ball, you have about 5 other opponents trying to. So how then did they even expect that he would score? So he did it yesterday, and it was really great.
Yeah, definitely. And we are hoping that with 13 goals contribution for the Premier League for Manchester United for the first season, especially to play for Manchester United, having a total of 13 goals contribution, that's about 10 goals and 3 assists. It's a lot for Brian.
Yeah.
We call him His Majesty.
His Majesty Brian Bimbo, the man with the shiny head.
You can say that again, and a lot of beard.
I know.
And yes, we are going straight away to a sports update in terms of the program today, where the Predator, the man who knows how to fight in the cage. I tell you, coming back to the MMA, it's another big blow for the Cameroon fighter. Heavyweight Adamata. And a quick one before I get to talk to my viewers. Remember that the fight against Anthony Joshua, the Nigerian heavyweight, it was a blaster where many people were talking, bashing Francis Ngannou, and against Lins. We could not even have to wait for 2 rounds or 3 rounds. Just the first round. No.
I mean, I don't know what happened.
One country blow.
See, Ma, with what I witnessed, I was like, so people really did pay their money to go into that place to witness a real fight, and in less than 5 seconds it was over. Yeah. I'm like,
I'm telling you, so it's a lot. Please, if your husband is doing you know who to call now. Just call Francis Ngannou.
The Predator.
I'm not.
But we also have instances where the wives are the ones doing the,
you call Francis Ngannou too. Anyway, let's talk about Francis Ngannou over the weekend. The long-awaited return of Francis Ngannou into the cage, where it was a beautiful first round and knockout for the Philippines fighter Lins, where just 1 punch from Francis Ngannou had to knock him down to give Francis Ngannou, why not, a victory, return back into the MMA fight cage. We are hoping that just as the Predator has started this particular fight with a victory, more cash, more money, and more fights equally will be coming. I mind you that he has stayed for more than 4 months before getting back into this particular ring again. And with his return, Cameroon equally is proud. And away from Francis Ngannou, let's talk about Che Malone Fondo, who equally has picked up the Confederation's title with UMS of Alger over there, where it was through penalties, a kick out over there in the likes of Morocco, South Africa rather. And we are saying congratulations to the international defender Che Malone for why not flying the colors of Cameroon at the level of the continental football. Congratulations to you, Che Malone. And away from Che Malone, let's talk about the African Athletics Championship that is still ongoing in Ghana, where Cameroon equally has increased her medal grabs to a total of 8, with about the likes of 3 gold medals, 2 bronze, and 1 silver onto the name. Where we have the latest medal that was grabbed. It was grabbed by Linda Nguno, who won the bronze medal at the level of the women's 400 meters hurdle at the 24th African Senior Athletics Championship happening in Accra, Ghana. And equally away from the African Athletics Championship that is happening in Accra, let's talk about the MTN Elite One Championship. Mind you, March day 19 of the MTN Elite One Championship concluded yesterday over the stadiums, where I tell you the drama that happened in Bamenda, it was something to talk about, where we had a PWG of Bamenda defeat Unisport 5-0. Before that game could start, few minutes into that particular game, it was a red card issued to the player of Unisport, ousting him out of that particular game. And in the second segment of the game, we had the person who was officiating as the fourth assistant referee came in as the central referee. And you ask yourself, where does this happen? I tell you, only in Cameroon football. And these are some of the controversial moments equally that happened yesterday in that particular game, where we had the likes of Dynamo equally, who picked up a victory against the Canon Sportif of Yaoundé, and a host of others. We'll take you to the standings of March the 19th of the MTN Elite One Championship. Where we have Unisport after that defeat against a PWG of Bamenda, maintained to 14 points, giving the advantage to Colombo Sportive of Nja and Lobo to why not reduce the points tally, having a total of 34 points. Dynamo Football Club of Douala equally has 34 points. Cotton Sport 32 points. PWG Bamenda climbs to 29 points. Canon 28. Victoria United 27 points. Gazelle 26. Panther Sportive of Nde 25 points. Stade Renard 22. Agro Royal of the Menua 21. Favoises 17. And at the red zone, relegation zone, we have Agro Royal of the Mongo and the likes of RS Fortuna with 15 and 14 points respectively. And that is how match day 19 of the MTN Elite One Championship look like. And equally a reminder that today at exactly 5 p.m. we are going to be talking about Sport Box today, and we are going to be looking at the suspension of 6 players of Victoria United, whom according to the club are suspecting the players of match fixing. And if this particular reminder that today at exactly 5 p.m. You are going to be having a Sport Box with me, Sonita Nguni, on this same channel. Over to you, Sonia.
Thank you so much, Sonita, for all the sports update. Yeah. Thank you very much, Sonita, for the sports update. Hopefully, 5 p.m. more news for us. All right. Before we go, because we have less than 3 minutes in our keeping, before we go, if you could eat one food for breakfast, lunch, dinner, what would it be?
Have you ever heard of a baby kang or a benchi? Which means a fufu and bekang. The bekang is a sweet bitter leaf, or the fufu and punky leaves. Have you ever heard of that meal?
Yes, I've heard of it. Punky leaves where they need to peel from the stem and all of that. It has a lot of country onions and red oil.
No, our own is not done like that.
Okay.
The Bangwa people,
yeah, Bayangi
we mostly use the stems, but you have the Bamenda who mostly use the leaves, the fat leaves.
Okay.
Yes. So as and with water fufu, I mean, if you give me that meal in the morning, in the afternoon, in the evening, and midnight, I will get up and I will eat it.
Thank you so much, Sonita. Wishing you the best of this day. Beautiful viewers of Royal Television, we have just a couple of 2 more messages into our keeping. Let's read out so that we can definitely say bye. If you could only eat one food for breakfast, lunch, and dinner for a whole year, what would it be? And this message from Smith says, I would choose rice because you can eat it in so many ways. Fried rice, jollof, white rice with stew. I won't get bored easily. And the last message here from Sandra again says, I will go with plantains, boiled, fried and roasted plantains. They never ever disappoint. Yeah, thank you to all of you who sent in contributions today. We're wishing you the best of this day. We had a little more, but then time has caught up with us. But then I just want to tell you, viewers of Royal Television, that food is just is more than something that we eat. Food connects us to comfort. It connects us to our culture. It connects us to memories, and why not lifestyle? So why many people will choose their favorite meal, I want to tell you that eating your favorite meal for every day, like morning, afternoon, and evening for a year, is never easy. Surviving on just that one food will definitely test your patience, but then it doesn't change the fact that you have a favorite food, right? So thank you to all who contributed today. We've definitely come to the end of Morning Beat for this day, Monday, May 18, 2026. Hopefully tomorrow, same time, 7 o'clock. God bless. We'll be here for another fresh edition. So thank you to the entire team. I want to say to you, Natalie Njuma, say thank you. To you, Sonita, Virtuous Lena. Thank you, guys. To Isa, yes, I say thank you. He's been the one broadcasting. And of course, we had some moral support there from Rondell. I have been your host on Morning Beats this day. My name is Nanga Sonia. Bye-bye from Boya. Tomorrow will be another day. Bye-bye.
Move with the beat. Now today we get, make we use them well. No time for regrets, no time for stress, so well. C'est un nouveau jour, une nouvelle chance. Avance avec foi, avance avec confiance. If yesterday failed you, no worry at all. This morning I am moment, stand up.
It's a brand new day, we rise again. Hey. New dreams alive in the morning sun. New focus, new ways, new opportunities. Start your day with more delay. Brand new day,
yesterday
don't pass, make we
your world with morning.
It is the beginning of a